Hello and happy Tuesday, friends. How are we doing? Red Riot, thank you for the 3 months, dude. Pete, thank you so much for the 7 months. Hello, friends. Mrs. Flash is away, so we shall play. Per the usual, you know? And we're going to be joined by a Chingus again. I mean, I didn't realize it was Christmas again. Yeah. Yeah, she's off hanging with a friend. Kiddos are all headed to bed. So here we are. Maze, thank you for the 16 months. Oh my goodness, but let's play. The most mighty Chingus, that is correct. All right, there we go. Had to make sure that the camera was active, which it is. Should be good. Oh my God. Lizard, thank you for the 25 months. 25 months. Thank you, friend. Oh my God. The most mighty. That is correct. Nate, I'm good. How are you? Wild West Jesus, hello. Zalexa, thank you for the biddies. Oh my God. Hey, Shades. Day was good. How's it going? Thank you, Juju. Appreciate it, friend. Thank you. Mr. Chingus should be live close to 8. And then once he's live, then we'll head over to him. But we'll get started a little bit early. Just a touch. Just a little bit. Yeah. How do I earn rewards on Phasmophobia from the stream? You can't. Yeah, if you're talking about drops, there's no Phasmophobia stream at drops. Yeah. Hey, CS, how are you? Gamer fan, thank you for the 500 biddies. Oh my God. What can it be in the live? My stream. You're very welcome. Hi, Break. How are you? What are we playing today? We're playing some Phaz with Mr. Chingus. Usually on Tuesdays, I'm like hopping between like him and Tater and watching them play Phaz. But we're jumping in it today. Yeah. 999-333-999-110. No. Sorry, I didn't want to confuse you with 9112. I wanted to make sure to get the correct name there. Yeah. Sorry. It's not a viewer day. If it was, it would be announced. Trust. Just trust. Emily, thank you for the 31 months. Happy Tuesday, friendo. Oh, that's right. I gotta switch the game over. Oh yeah, we were crying. Yesterday playing frickin' RV there yet. Good Lord. Mr. Chingus, well, speak of the devil and thou shalt appear. There he is. I kept getting kicked out from Phaz. I gave up after the 4th one in a row. Oh no, you mean the servers? Don't tell me that. Don't go telling me all that noise. Spooky, thank you for the 11 months. Hello. Did you manage to take out Barrett? I did. And then he threw me in goo. Yeah. Did y'all get out of the snow? Oh, I mean, did we? I think we did. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we did. What am I having for dinner, bro? It is 8 o'clock at night. What the hell? Not the goo. Yeah, he threw me in the goo. Freaking jerk. Hi, Spooky. How are you? Hello. Valeroni, thank you for the 3 months. Mr. Chingus, let me know when you're ready, sir. I can join your lobby, of course. You don't have dinner at 8 or 9 at night? No, I have children. We'd get the ghost and try to get objectives and then you get booted. Oh, no. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. That would suck. Well, we're just going to hope it doesn't happen. He did. He threw me in the goo. But you know what, though? A really awesome, hilarious clip happened, though, of watching him. Oh, I got to change the playlist. Watching him and basically calling that the RV was going to slingshot into his face. Yeah. You have dinner at 7 or 8 p.m.? Do you have children? Grabbing a drink, he'll be rolling home. Ah, you're good. You're good. Keep me posted. You're good. You're good. Oh my God. Him getting juggled by the bird. Tears. I went back and watched all those clips. I was in tears, dude. No, I do not have kids. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Waiting until 8 o'clock at night to feed a child that's rough. We don't do that unless that's like out of force because we're traveling or something. Yeah. If it was just us, that'd be one thing. Yeah. Saw it live. Very funny. It was so good. Baron did something. He must have. I don't know who he offended. Birdwatch. You know what? Let's just run into a map real fast. And then once Chinggis is ready, we'll just jump back out. We'll do pro just to keep it nice and chill. What do we have? Nels. Yeah, we'll go to Tangle Street. It'd been hilarious if the bird actually plucked him. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that last one where the fuel was at the bottom. If the bird would have grabbed him out of there. But come on, it juggled him like 4 times. I couldn't have asked for much more than that. I watched the older video of you and Baron playing RV there yet, and I was crying laughing. Yeah, all 3 of us played it not too long ago for our first time, and that one I was dying laughing. This last one I was dying laughing. It's just so funny. The bird even attacked him while he was driving. It wanted him bad. Somebody was like, "Oh, it must confuse his beard for a nest." I said, "Ah, that makes more sense." That does make sense. All right, let's do the things. The RV just bodying him. Oh, so funny. You did the 10 times method on Tangle and had a very touchy Ure. Ooh. What was my sabotage? As he was going to go grab the wench that was hanging down, I hit him with nitroglycerin. Yeah. But I revived him, and then he threw me in goo. Yeah. Which is unrevivable. Like, you're not getting somebody out of that. Yeah, I got him good. What am I at? 1780? You know what? Never mind. Scratch that. Let's do a couple of these until Mr. Chinggis is ready. Yeah, let's do it. I shouldn't have revived him. I shouldn't have. But you know what, though? If I would have left him for dead, then that moment of him getting smacked in the face with the RV would have never happened. Never would have happened. And we would have missed out on it. So, I'm glad I did. I'm glad. All right, let's go. Let's go. What up, Kobe? How are you? Allah, hello. Fun. What's up, Ghosty? Hello. 10 times is basically the exact same as yours. Oh, nice. Nice. What up, Saturn? All right. Oh, wait. I don't need you. I need Crucifix, Smudge, this. We're burning a little bit of time until Mr. Chinggis is ready to go. So we'll do a few of these runs until he's there. So, let's go. Yikes. All right, we always go in with that, but I want to make sure I've got a smudge at the ready. So, this, and we go. Plate. When in Rome. Playing with Chinggis? Yeah. It'll be soon. Soon enough. I hear you over there. Why even hello? Snowberry, hello. Is that fast, twin? What difficulty? This is a 10-12 multiplier. So no sanity, no evidence. I'm leaning fast twin. I want to hear it hunt again. Black Raven, hello. That's what I think, but we'll see here in a second. Let's just listen. Oh, look at him having a party. Sorry. Fixing to eat while you watch. Nice. What are you gonna eat? Hey, Green, how are you? Okay, it's done. That'll buy us some time. Walk around real quick. See if there's any quick boxes that are on standby. Cats, hello. Yeah, very twinny. Very, very twinny. Enraged Obambo would have been faster in the first hunt. Well, yeah, when they're enraged, they're faster than the twin speed, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they are. Emerald, thank you for the 15 months. Federal Claw, welcome in. Let's go for it. That sounded like fast and slow twins. I think so. OG Kev, hello. What's up, Combat King? How are you? Ching's still talking. Classic. Talking about crepes. Oh.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Interesting. Just a classic Chinggis monologue. I expect nothing less. Nice. And there's a nice quick little 28 points. Let's do the same thing at Edgefield. We got some small maps, which are nice.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
They're faster, but a very small difference. Yeah.
New intel. Reports of
Yeah.
witching. Possibly harmless, but be careful out
How's
there.
Mrs. Flash? She's great. She went over to hang out with a friend tonight. Yeah. No, not Nightmare. No. I'm doing a couple of runs that are just no sanity, no evidence. Yeah. Kiddos are good. Kiddos are doing very well. I feel like my allergies are getting hit because we've been trying to like pack up the basement and move stuff around down here. And it's just, I think it's kicking up so much damn dust. So much dust. How are you? I'm good for the most part. I'm really hoping my wife doesn't get me sick because she was sick No, we're not moving. We're just finally working on the basement. Yeah, we've been here for a few years and we haven't done a damn thing to it. So we're finally starting to take steps. Finally doing stuff and things. All right. I'm going to throw this in the front door. And then I'm going to grab another smudge and go in. Let's go. Nasty flu. I hope not. I did get my flu shot recently. I should be okay. Say no to sickness. Oh, okay. Roger that. Well, that sucks. Let's go over here. Hope it's just allergies. That's I hope so. I can't F the shoes right now. There's a ghost trying to murder me. I hear it over there. Okay. Let's bring this over here. Price tag just barely came off. Look at that tree. Is it just me or is it literally on the ceiling? Yeah, it is. Okay. Just got over a head cold. Yeah, she's getting over it too. I'm hopeful that I'm not getting it. Would you start hunting? Nine Tails, what up, homie? don't think it's a mare. I'm fairly certain it just turned on a light. It did. Okay, not a mare. Oh, also we're on a vent map. Can't be you or you. Oh, I peeked. That's my bad. Whoops. I kind of stuck my nose out there. How'd Christmas go? Christmas was great. The kiddos had a wonderful time. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. All right, let's get that in there. Let's go get salt. Let's get a firelight. Let's get 2. Can't have those on event maps either. You mean like the event map? Oh, hey. All right, I think you're there. Be dramatic about it. Damn. Ah, damn. Did the kids enjoy National Lampoon? They did. They did. Not as much as us, of course. Yeah, it's fine. I want to get back in here for the demon timer. Am I crazy, or did you cross off those ghosts because it's an event map? Yes, but didn't you say... What was your comment? Not can't have those on event maps either? Am I drunk? What? Excited for the new year? Sure. Is that head cold? Okay. Hold on. All right. Are you a wraith? Is that what this is? Yeah, let's go wraith and leave. Hey, don't you dare try to fart on me. I heard that. I meant because I know if the ghost is male, it can't be those, but I wasn't aware that it was also related. Oh, the wording. Oh, it was meant to be a question. Oh, okay. Without all this. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Open back up. Wait a minute. When it's in the weakened state, it's slower, right? Isn't it? And it hunted after I... Or did it? You know what? I'm not 100% sold on that. Okay, now I think it's a wraith. He's at the starting line? Okay, thank you. Now I think it's a wraith. It didn't change speeds at all. There we go. Doesn't the Gallo have line of sight speed? I think it does. But I mean, so does the wraith, right? Now I'm sold. Now I'm sold. I just thought about it for a second. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. It didn't walk in the salt, but hold on a second. He's ready and watching? What a weirdo.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
Yeah, we knew. Groovy. All right, let's go join this nerd. I mean, wonderful young man. You heard me. All right. Oh, let's see. He's stream sniping. That's okay. At least he's not the ghost or, you know, Baron trying to take us out. Oh, God. I'm trying to join him. I'm trying.
Welcome back. I prepared some
Game invite failed. Okay. All right. Let's try it again. Chingus likes to watch. We usually charge extra for that. This is great. He does get a freebie. All right. Let's try it again. We're gonna open up. We're gonna restart Phas. And we're gonna try it again. Yeah. Is this like when they said you were invited, but you weren't actually invited? It might be. Looks like lobbies are having issues again. I don't know. We're about to find out. We had someone saying they were getting issues earlier too, which, unfortunately, they never even addressed it like once over this time about all this shit happening. That part, I'm like, let me just click on multiplayer real fast, see what happens.
Looks like there are others.
There's lobbies there. There's lobbies. All right, let me check something real fast. All right, let me try to join him again. There we go. Jeez. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. Hello? Is there a monologue happening?
Hello down there.
Oh, hi.
Hi. What are you doing? Please pull the car over.
I'm already pulled over. I can't pull over any farther.
I have no idea how this sounds. I pushed a voice button.
Hold on.
I don't know how this sounds.
It kind of sounds like this.
Oh, it sounds like that. It sounds like a megaphone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So are we megaphoning to each other?
Do you want a megaphone to each other?
We go incognito?
Oh my. Oh my.
I like incognito. You gonna pet those bees? Oh, I'm gonna pet you. I'm gonna pet those bees. 11 bees. They're never gonna know what's coming. Pet the crap out of those bees. Oh my god.
Hello, good sir.
Hello,
Happy
sir.
Mighty
Good to
Tuesday
see you again. Hello.
Good.
Hey, Spady, what's up?
Chat told on you and said that you were witnessing the pancake discussion earlier.
Well, I was never told about a pancake discussion. I was told that there were crepes.
No. See, crepes were never supposed to be involved.
Okay.
My thing is that if you take a pancake and you put a piece of meat in it and you fold it, it could be a taco. And if it's a taco, that means a pancake's a tortilla. So does that mean a pancake is a tortilla? That was the whole root of that, right?
Does that mean that a tortilla is a pancake?
And then, yes, absolutely. If you think about it, you flatten out, it's flour and stuff, and you put it in a pan, warm it up.
Huh. Put syrup on it? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then chat's all like, no, crepes are tortillas. And I was like, no, we didn't talk about crepes. And then chat was all like, well, what about waffles?
He's ruining breakfast food, just like Taco Bell.
It just divulged. It was really crazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's one way to start the day, I suppose.
In here saying fucking tortillas and pancakes are just toast, and bringing up cube theory and stuff. And it's just, I just instinctively tried to pick up a snowball.
No. Although,
I snowball.
Wasn't there a spell of a time where we could pick up snowballs in the lobby?
We used to be able to pick up last one.
I don't think it was the last one. I think it was before that.
You think it was before?
I think it was. Chlorine, think of the 11 months.
No, the one before that is when we had the shooty guns, right?
I'm fairly certain it was not, because the last one, I mean, last year was this exact same event. And then before that was shooty guns. And then before that was
Shooty guns.
cookies, where you feed the cookies to Santa.
Oh, God. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nom, nom.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of the extra mouth noises that I know that you really enjoy.
Such a joy. I'm so sad they removed them.
Oh, apparently I'm on a custom difficulty with 0 reward.
Oh, fun.
Let's go right for a meme run. Why not? Let's do it.
All right, game on.
What are we doing tonight? Like,
We are doing whatever you want to do, sir. This is your evening. I'm just intruding.
I'll be right over.
Well, stream was fun. Bye, guys.
Let's warm up with Nightmare. We'll
Okay.
warm up with a Nightmare on Willow Street
I like it.
because that's just a vibe. Let's do that.
I'm down, Charlie Brown. So hyped for the 2026 roadmap. So am I. Hot take. I'm excited to see the Tanglewood
a meme run
rework.
with Flash and I would just be you
Just
guys
endless
watching us
looping?
loop the ghost perfectly, and yeah, I don't even have the music on my keys
Just wait till we
anymore,
do
so I
wait till we do the meme runs in the new Tanglewood kitchen.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no island there. I mean, there's, yeah. you just-
Hopeful. See, that's the thing. I think that with the Tanglewood remake ruins meme runs, sir.
I think
I
it
really
does
do.
too, but we also don't have confirmation about all the other rooms and what possibilities there are for looping and just for everything in general. People are so hot. I don't know. People are so hot about it right now, like so pissed off about the
Oh my
rework.
God.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. At this point, just redo it all. The only thing that bothers me about it is the lighting, right? Because
Yeah.
the new map's lighting's just so much darker.
It
than
is
the
very
old
dark.
maps.
Yeah, that's
And
been said a
it,
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, FlashForce
Best
and I
welcome
don't
in.
Sabo runs, guys. Stop bringing it
No,
up.
we do not do that. No.
We have like a 4-year-long truce between
That's right.
each other. It'll never happen.
We always go after others that come
Never
after us.
It's true.
Think they'll delete high
Avengers.
school? I hope
Revenge.
so.
I'm sorry.
Revengers.
Revengers. Yeah.
Revengers.
Yeah, Avenging would be copyright.
That's right. We don't want Captain America to come after us. All right, power's on.
Don't trust any man that willingly wears tights, to be honest with you.
You judging my outfit?
Yes.
Mother?
Very much so.
Mother. Ghosty, what is your
The
name?
paw.
Jay Roswell.
No shit.
Make it bigger. We'll see. Hey, there's a boner over here. Oh, there you are. Hey, there's a bone right there.
Oh,
I heard your photo camera.
I do have the photo cameras.
Nice. I'm gonna go to the basement where the ghost always is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't. Well, you gotta remember, you have to act surprised when the ghost
Okay.
is down here, as I
Okay.
see our breath. All right.
Just say you saw our breath, because I don't see it.
Our breath was on the stairs. Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. God damn it.
Yeah. Oh no, the ghost is in the basement.
I can't believe it. I
How
never have it down
spooky.
here.
It's so unique. Oh, it really adds to the ambiance and the immersion of the game. Okay, asshole. All
I saw that.
Listen. All right.
Do you think the next map remake would be the high school? No. No, absolutely not. I think that's either going to be one of the last or they're not going to do it at all and just remove the map. That's my guess. We shall see. Did I ever play a 50-minute no sanity, no evidence run? Can't say I recall the exact timing of all the runs I do. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see what they do. I don't know. But any asset map that they have right now, they're removing. So anyway, slice it. They're all going. There's a lot of people that are like, well, I don't understand why they're remaking Tangle. Why don't they just add a new map? They will. They have been, but they want to replace all the old ones. Would it be a useful option to give the ghost a favorite room when you run customs? That'd be really OP, though. You know exactly where the ghost is? No, that's too OP. Too much. That's too much. Relentless, thank you for the biddies. Where are you?
Taken away.
It's taken away.
Did you get some? We can bottle that and sell it for profit on your page.
Okay, listen, this isn't a Baron stream. Got him.
We're allowed to have our own brand of urine, you know.
Okay. Yuck. Any chance we'll play lethal at some point? Maybe. I've been thinking about it recently.
I still forgot a headlamp. I'm still walking around in the dark. I'm
Hey,
an idiot.
that's
Fine.
okay.
This is fine.
But you're our idiot, and we like you.
Aw.
Aw. Oh, it's freezing. You got your photo camera? You want to get a little,
I am so ready. I am so freaking ready.
Oh wait, oh no, wait. Can I see the camera, please?
Yeah, sure.
Do we need a photo of the ghost? We do.
We do need a photo of the ghost.
Oh, hold on. Do this. Do this. I give you the camera back. You get a photo of the ghost when it spawns in 3, 2, 1.
I'm a ghost.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
got it. I got it.
God damn it. Drop the multiplayer significantly or drop. Yeah, I mean, at that point, if you're able to choose where the favorite room is, wait. Hey, do we have a crucifix down there?
We have 1 tier 3 crucifix down here. Yes, we do.
Oh, I was going to wish to see the ghost.
I mean, we probably could. Let's.
I got you. That'll be fine. You just have to be at the ready.
I'm ready. I have an incense too.
Okay. Where do you think it is?
I have no idea. Probably right in front of us where we're not going to have time to read.
I wish to see the ghost. No idea. Oh, you got it. I don't know what the speed was before it got line of sight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think Jink has made it. I could wish for life. I didn't hear the initial speed. Is this possibly twins? My poor sweet Chingus. Oh my god. Where's the monkey paw? Where is it? Son of a bitch. I wish for life. That's right. Just for you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh. As of right now, we'll see what he says. I'm okay if he wants to figure out what it is. I don't mind. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Give me the cup. I don't know. I don't know what the original speed of the ghost was. I have no clue. Look out. Thanks. Thank you. Wit, thank you for the 13 months. Friend Void, welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, it's a cup.
Okay,
Was sanity low? I don't know. We're on Nightmare. We can't see our sanity. We don't know. I was thinking twins because it sounded like an interaction happened way further away from the ghost, but it was really hard to tell. I don't know what his thought process is. You received your toilet steak. Housemate wants to steal. How dare them? How dare they? Oh my God. Putting it on a guitar would be really funny. Hey Matthew, how are you? Thank you guys for the follows. Melodic, firefighter, Sonic, welcome in. I don't know what he's thinking. There's a lot of thought that's happening in this face right here. There's a lot of thought happening in those eyeballs. Look at those. Those are thinking eyeballs. Talking off mic. Oh, okay. Maybe he's talking to one of the kiddos. Okay. Oh, there he is. Last Odin. Thank you for the 25 months, friend.
Oh, and I am so sorry. I have kid aggro, sir. All right.
That's what I thought.
I got the ghost photo.
He did get the ghost photo. You know what it feels like? For any of my Vine users from back in the day, remember the Vines of Ryan Gosling won't eat his cereal? Chingus won't drink his tea? Give him a sip. I'm trying. He won't drink it. He keeps going away from me. Here you go, big guy. I got you. I got you. It's okay. No. It's okay. No, come back here. Get back here. No. Oh, hey, it's me. I'm waving hi. Or bye. I'm not sure. One of the two.
All right. Based on speed, I don't know. But if you stand here and look for...
Yeah. This should tell if it's a mimic. I didn't see any orbs down there though.
Okay.
So I'm really thinking it's an Onryo.
It's hunting. I don't know if it had line of sight speed, but was it just me or did that sound a little fast? Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's interactions that are happening far away from it. Doesn't look like it. I need to hear it without line of sight speed. I think it immediately saw him. But it sounded a little bit fast, right? Needs pants. Yeah, that's why I tried to kill him in the first place. It wants drawers from somebody. I need an item so I can talk to him just in case. I'll get another mug. He's leaving. He's out of here. Hey, what up, Truzo? How are you? Oh, thank you, Jim. I might be on tomorrow, not my normal time. If I stream tomorrow, I might do it in the middle of the day for a couple hours, but not tomorrow night.
Hey, I'm just guessing and going. It doesn't matter. Let's get you back in.
It might be an Onryo. I don't. I couldn't hear the speed. Every time it hunted, it had line of sight speed. So it was really hard for me to tell. We will see. Midnight, welcome in. Onryo. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Nailed it.
Job's ready for you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because it seemed like every time it hunted, it had immediate line of sight speed. So I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was having that same problem too. So I just...
Hi, Pog. It's okay.
I guess
It's
Onryo.
fine.
I mean, I couldn't actually hear the ghost hunting due to my glorious, amazing community.
Oh. Oh.
But you know.
That's okay. All right. This time.
Okay, but we got it right.
Damn right.
I got it right.
Well, you did. I'm playing with Mr. Mighty Chingus.
I mean, I still got 17
His name is in my title.
That's pretty good. I did get that ghost photo. I just I made
did.
a mistake in the looping.
I
even called it.
I heard the mistake.
As soon as it went left, I was all like, I've made a mistake. This is it.
Yeah,
oh,
I heard
it.
No, I still have yet to get a natural blood moon on Grafton.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go to
Ooh.
nails.
I mean, this is perfect. We just had all that talk about pancakes. Let's
I
go hit
know.
the
We might as well
diner.
go not find pancakes.
Might as well. No, yeah, they don't exist here.
Nope. Ay, ay. What's going on with the weekly challenge? It's counting up. I know. It's been doing that for the past couple days. I'm not exactly sure why.
Who was here must have summoned the ghost with a
I don't know.
object.
Lou! Thank you for the gifted merch. If you guys type !enter on the purple side, you could get a beanie so you can stay warm for all the snow we're getting.
Kind of.
Careful, it's snowing out there.
It is. Oh, we have Nell's Diner with Christmas stuff.
Christmas stuff.
Oh.
Indeed.
Unique sounds, free photos.
You know what? I'm going to the
Muff
sound recorder.
reader. Oh, very nice. Sir.
Yeah.
I am
I'm feeling
it.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. I don't know if it's
causing.
causing any problems or not. I don't think so. Yeah, this week's
here,
challenge was pretty
and,
easy. Yeah.
Lighter and
Just watching the thought process.
I got black light. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I'm ready. I'm ready
for me money.
Oh my god, my brain cannot settle.
You guys got over 2 feet? Oh my
This
god.
is-
It's a good luck honk. Holy night, that's a lot of naughty.
I mean, that's not as many as you had the last we had last night
game's lagging.
on the good list.
That is true.
I mean, we
There
had
was
like a list
nothing
of
but
30
good.
kids. All
But
good.
this is the truth. Check, please.
Oh, wow.
That was the ghost.
Alrighty then. It is 3 degrees, like right here.
Okay. Oh, there's a sound. Oh, now it's laughing. It thinks it's funny. Just a little ding as soon as you walk in. I'm gonna go find the power. Dragon, thank you for the raid. Hello, Fred. Do you think the list here is for customers or employees? Ooh, maybe it's a mixed bag. Ooh, we have a Waluigi.
Oh, very nice, sir. You have the camera, right?
Absolutely not. I'll bring it to him. Do you want to give the receipt? Classic. Classic. Egg. Yeah, that's a breakfast food. Oh, that's good job. I'm so proud of you. Hold on, I got you.
All right. Okay.
Let's follow the path of
Dusty's trail. Oh, Dusty's trail.
Dusty's trail, a stage and a wagon a heading west. Part of a wagon train lost from the rest. Dusty's the reason for their plight. Thanks to Dusty, nothing's right. Only the wagon
Hide and
master's
seek.
hand keeps them rolling to the promised land. All the donkeys.
Oh. I ran. I was out of there. I said F that.
Oh, it's fine. I had 2 or 3 cruises.
Okay, I was just making
never
sure.
do that to you.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
another
we
sound.
have a truce, sir. Ooh, another sound.
Oh, squirty cream. You got him excited. Skull in the kitchen.
So interesting. Now that you used to be able to
You used to be able to take a picture of this, even though it's broken. You can't anymore.
Oh,
That's
you tried to take a
unfortunate.
picture when it was broken.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes
used
sense that
to
it wouldn't
work.
register, though.
I've tested that. It used to work.
All right. BRB. Let's get more stuff. Make the ghost a toilet steak. This ghost doesn't deserve one. It doesn't deserve one. Demon, think of it as 7 months, homie. I'm going to grab a smudge. I have a feeling things are going to go south pretty fast. How long have I played Phas for? For like 4 years.
I also had an incense on me, too. Just,
Ooh, I
just
got
in
one now,
case.
too.
Yeah, okay.
Just in case. All right. Do we have no evidence right now? I did my good luck honk. It was the first thing I did. Okay, Ghosty's there. Is it walking this way? Speed running all the findable cursed bone ghost. The ghost is so hyped to see you guys. Listen, it rang the bell the second we walked in. Oh, you hear a 5-er?
Yeah, there's a 5.
I have no 5.
There 100% was a 5 there. It's gone now, but
Oh.
I promise there's EMF 5.
Oh, it might have disappeared the second I walked over. No soda. It's getting pissed. Try to take its sody away. Is tier 2 better than 3? That's personal preference. Do you think tier 2 is better than 3?
Okay. All right.
What happened?
Through some jingly jangly things. 2.5.
Wait, what did he get a photo of?
I don't think freezing. I
bone.
didn't see. I didn't see orbs.
What are we missing evidence-wise? Like equipment? I
All
mean.
we have is 5, right?
Well, do we have a book or anything? Hold on. I'll get more stuff. Hi, Peggy.
Oh, yeah. My
Hello,
brain.
friend.
Oh,
That's
you wanna
okay.
play,
I
like,
wasn't thinking about it
Minecraft
either.
or something. I'm just like
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. What the hell? Oh shit! No, look at we
got nothing.
None
Like,
of this
we're not
in
ready
there.
for this at all.
All right.
Like, we do this for.
We do this professionally.
It's fine. We'll be fine. I'll put that down there. Let's grab this just in case. Hey, there's that 5 you were talking about.
I mean, I wouldn't lie to you. Is it a wraith?
Say, is it not walking in the salt?
And it was just here.
EMF 5 spirit
Unless
box
it's-
dots. All right.
Unless it's what is that? It could be an angry Galu because
Let
I
me
have
see.
the crucies out.
Where are you? Are you here? Let me see the motion sensor. Maybe we'll get that to go off. Where are you? Are you here? Oh, you might be in the room. Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Oh, no, this might be... If it's a wraith, it might be Dudski's.
And this counts as the second room, so.
Yeah. You were definitely out of it. That's uh-oh. Eee. Ghost wants hugs. I don't want hugs, damn it. Fear, think of the 18 months. Hey, Ann, how are you? Just Krampus? Oh, yeah. Nothing. He just wants a little snuggle. You okay, big guy? What a jerkhole.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
But,
Couldn't tell if that was line of sight.
I mean, none of the salt has walked in up here. That had to be line of sight speed. Not any that you put along the front of the counter.
I don't know if it actually walked that way.
Okay. I'll grab another salt then. Let's abuse it.
Yeah.
If we shall, if we must, if we may. Imagine it's a Goya that's somehow is
I mean,
missing
if
all the
it's a
salt.
Galu, we should be able to get a salt step now.
Yeah.
And if it's a wraith, we get nothing. Look, this one stepped in. Just this one.
No, it's not.
This one stepped in.
No, it's not.
That one is.
That was not stepped in. He just smudged. Like, we're not crazy. That was not stepped in, right? Why do you crouch? Closer to the ground. Easier to grab items. It's a habit. It's crazy. For him, it must be. For him, it must be stepped in, and for me, it's not. There must be some kind of visual bug happening, because for me, it is not stepped in.
Okay, it's 100% stepped in for me. All three of them are now stepped in.
None of them are stepped in for me.
All three.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
All right. Let's leave and restart so we can fix our desync. Because it's quite possible you and I have different ghosts too.
I didn't break it. It's not my fault. Okay. All right. I'm going to go based off of the ghost that I think it is for my game. Okay. We're thinking Wraith, right? Although we have not gotten our second piece of evidence, have we?
No, we absolutely haven't. Just EMF 5.
Interesting.
Damn it!
What?
I did the thing.
Oh, I'm so confused. Hey, Nader Todd, how are you? I'm good. How's it going?
Oh, the salts in the video aren't stepped in for you?
No, none of them are.
Wow. That's all three of them are stepped in for me. So originally only one was, and I was thinking Galu. And then
This tree's in the way.
ooh, it's so pretty.
Okay. Oh man. First I thought it was so normally. No, that's right. The lights hang off the tree.
Yeah, okay, they're outside of the tree. Okay, I was just doing the exact same thing. Okay. Damn it. Hold on.
Mimic showing. No, it can't. We have EMF 5. It literally can't be. Okay. I'm going to get another thing of dots. I'm going to get this. I want to know what we have. Cruci bite. Just ate the cruci.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, I don't see orbs.
Roger that. Another bite. Now it's back over here. What a jerk. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not hungry. Hi, Defini. How's it going? Just guess. No. Oh, we call those quitters. Oh, smudging though. This thing is venting on me like crazy.
That's interesting. I thought it was hunting. I'm trying to capture it.
Where is, hold on. Didn't I drop a thing of salt? Didn't I drop?
Okay.
I'll try to burst the lights. It likes me, it does. I did, it's right there. This ghost sucks. It's the desync. Dude, like, come on. Come on, dude.
Do you sell waffles in there?
Listen, I just had it walk through. Oh, I just had it walk through 3 more salt piles and nothing.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Ads are about to start, by the way. I'm probably going to go Wraith. Is it venting again? It's so angry. Oh, he wants a song. He's just sitting in there jamming.
So, those salt piles do not look disturbed to me, sir.
The ones over by the...
Yeah, your 3
okay.
salt piles are not disturbed.
It walked directly over them in front of me.
Okay. So for you, it's a Wraith.
Who knows what it is for you? Still no dots.
I don't know what. I honestly, I have no idea at this point.
We think it must be some sort of a weird desync. Yeah, it's got to be some weird sort of desync. I don't know.
I just...
Motion, I mean, I don't know second evidence-wise what it's supposed to be. Oh, it threw an object.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my.
Throwing stuff.
I'm going to go Wraith.
I got... But I have guaranteed steppies. Go, you know what? You go Wraith, I'll go Gallo.
Okay, I like it.
All right. Okay, all right. Pushing a button.
Now, it could be a Galu. It might
Sorry,
be.
I have recordings of salt, so...
Okay. It might be, but for me, none of the salt has walked in. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, you just said there at the end about the Galu, and I was like, you know, maybe that's what it is, but for me, it never walked in any of the salt. So that's a new one for me.
I got nothing.
Same ghost, but one of us saw steps and the other did not.
Right. Yeah.
Pam in there.
So it must have been in its rage state when it walked over the salt for you. Which makes sense because of the burned crucifixes.
Yeah, but that does not. But that
Galu.
doesn't explain the earlier salt.
No, it doesn't explain all 3 salts being walked on.
Right.
And you not seeing them being stepped in at all.
And this happened to me. It was a gallows. Well, really?
Let's restart.
Ooh. Okay.
Maybe I join your lobby this time.
No, I can join you again. It's fine.
Well, I mean, no, you've got that magical. I'm a fucking kinetic.
Whatever. I'm leaving him. I'm out of here. I'll start a lobby.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Maybe just the, yeah, Carly, that's what we're thinking. It might be just the gallows bugged. How are you, friend? Good to see you. It might be. I'll make sure to report it, though. There's at least one more person that said that they've seen that happen, so I'll have to pay attention to it. Chaser, thank you for the 14 months. Arrow, welcome in. Ba, ba, ba. Hey, love your hat. Hey, thanks. So is that dog plate actually your dog? Yeah. What did you think? I was lying? Like, just like someone else's dog. I'm just calling it my own. Yeah, that's my dog. Sounds like every new Phasmo stream, there's a new feature in the game. You know, it's just it's the ones as of recent that have been questionable. Yeah. Which plate, when you walk in to the tea room, the second set of plates on the right wall, the second set, Josie is the third plate down of the first row of the 4 rows.
All right.
I could show, if we do Bleezy, I'll show you.
It's already so much better here.
The smell's different. Pam's out. Pam's in there having a good time.
There's a lot of extra like Lysol in here when mine smells like death and failure. This is all clean. Like even this,
failure.
like why my snow's yellow? How's yours white?
All right. So what map do you want to go to?
This one.
This one? Oh, I like this one. Okay.
Yeah. This is a good one. I've heard.
Easy Edgefield. Fuck. Almost had it. Put a crucie down first before anything and got the ghost without dying. Nice. I tried.
What difficulty are we on?
Round 2. This is Nightmare.
Oh, Nightmare? Okay, I'm here for it.
Damn snow desync. Showing yeller snow. Saw tips
Oh,
on
hey, it's
YouTube.
me,
Welcome
it's
in. Stuck on high school. Can you play it or give me advice on it?
I'm
On
not
high school?
creative.
Yeah, don't play
That's
it.
my name right
If
there.
you're new, I would if you're trying to learn the game, I would recommend not trying to
Couldn't
grind high
possibly
school.
Be anybody else.
Unless you're just trying to learn high school. Yeah. All right, what do we got? I'm gonna go this.
I got the sound bug. Hold on.
Oh, gotcha. A little muffled. Bay, thank you for the 11 months. Desert, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, friends. This time we might do the naughty or nice list. Just maybe. Just maybe. Oh, I didn't honk. Shit. Howard's out here by the front. I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Haven't played the game in so long. So much has changed. Yeah, there's been a few changes. Just a few. I mean, the holiday event's going to look different no matter what, though, right? Evil Precious, how are you? I got juice.
Nice.
There we go. Possible throw in the kitchen? Yeah, I've got.
In the bathroom.
Yep.
I heard it. Yep.
We got footies.
What?
We got footies.
Where the feet prints at?
Well, that's why I have one pile of right here. Maybe. I really did that. What an asshole. I have another salt over here.
Feet?
We 100%
Okay.
have UV though. 100%.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
I wanted the feet fixed for my collection.
Optic, enjoy the ornament. Honorable. Another exclamation point enter. This time for a sticker. He'll be safe. He's fine. I trust in my Chinggis. I trust him. Obake? No, it sounded like it just stepped once. I didn't hear multiple footies. I just heard one. Possible bonus orbs? I didn't even check. I don't think so. Do I have captions at all? I should. I never turn them off. All right, I got video camera, I got book and dots.
Okay, I've got thermo, EMF, and the camera just chilling in there on the counter.
Awesome. Awesome. Lady, thank you. Oh my God. Lady, enjoy the cozy sticker, friend. GG's. Onward. Again, I didn't see any orbs. Still hasn't walked over here? Interesting. I have a salt pile on this side that it has not walked in yet.
But it did walk in 2.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'll put the book over here where it was. And
There's one crucie. We'll just put this one up.
put some dude skis down. All right, let me go get more.
Okay. Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far?
Order up.
Aside. Where are you? How old are you? Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly?
Can you do it on mobile? I think so. Can't you? I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. He's fine. He'll be fine. He's Mr. Chingus. He's always fine. Is there a ghost who stops interacting with you once the lights are on? No ghost can throw objects when the lights are on. It's still bright. Except the Pulte can use its ability
we
to
had
do
EMF 5,
that.
sir.
Ooh, okay.
And I have a question for you.
Answer.
Have you done an ad break yet?
Yeah, I did not too long ago.
Okay, I've got mine about to hit now.
Okay. Oh, all's well.
Okay.
All right. Galugin Myling Obake. Interesting. I'm gonna get this. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, possibly a thing. Honorable, what are you doing, dude? Honorable, thank you so much for the frickin' biddies. Probably not a Gallo, correct. It stepped in one salt, and then it stepped in another one before any hunt or anything happened.
Hey, interesting side note. It only left 2 footprints.
Interesting. Well, one thing I can almost be certain about is it not being a Gallo, probably, because it walked in one salt, and then shortly after it walked in another.
Right. So we rule out Galu because it's one salt becomes enraged and doesn't do salt anymore.
Sir, yes, sir. Honorable, thank you.
I'm thinking Obake, but we'll find out.
I have some salt I can check real fast, maybe. See if we get a big old steppy step. Or an Obake print would be nice. Like, is there anything in here that it can leave an Obake print on that I don't know about? Oh, I don't have a smudge. Okay, that's... holy shit. I got a big old missing footstep. Like, it went step, step, hop. This might be an Obake.
Sorry, you said hawk? What?
No, hop, not hawk.
Oh, I heard hawk.
Okay, you're hearing what you want to hear.
Don't you kink shame me, buddy.
It'd be cool to see it on the waffle makers. Yeah, like on the microwave. Like, there's no fingies on the microwave or anything, unless it, maybe it can, and the Obake's hiding it. Would you stop it? Ghost is in here trying to heat up a hot pocket. Get out of here. All right, I'm going to go get a smudge. We've got a feeling this is an Obake. The Obake has the ability to hide its UV if it so chooses, and it can even do that with its footprints. So what you'll have is you'll have a step and then a really big step for the next one where it's missing one in the middle. All right, grab a smooge. I've got my lighter. All right, crucifix. We need 3 video cameras. We need sounds. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna go try to live. Okay. Hey, Coco. How's it going, friend? Hello, hello. Mike, what up, dude? It should be fine. All right. Would you? I'd say it's not going to do fingies there. I just get all three sounds. I'm ready. That's your favorite sound recording? I don't think I have a favorite. I should probably get one. It's gonna eat a cruci. It might hunt from the walk-in. I kind of hope it doesn't. Ghost? Hello? There we go. Okay. Okay. You bitch. Got it. Actually, wait. I should be okay. We have another cruci right here, right? Yeah. Uh-oh. You can get a video of the light bursting? Yes, you can. Corpsey Bunny, thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back. I'm scared. It's going to start hunting. I'm going to run. It's waiting for Chinggis.
I'm back, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. 30-minute ad runs are that's totally fine here. Oh, hey.
3 minutes.
That was the longest 3 minutes of my life. This thing tried to kill me twice.
You know, it was the best 3 minutes of your life, though.
No, it wasn't. You weren't here.
Oh, you thought that was about you. Okay, all right.
Damn. All right.
That's you know. Here.
Hey,
egg on
don't
your
egg
face.
on me, you nerd.
I will egg
Hey.
all over you.
Oh, you sick bastard.
Oh, that's a double yoker, too. So we have
Oh, you did change it.
5 and UV.
It's,
Scared me.
I was trying to record it. Out this door. Ow. Ow.
Oh God. Door. We haven't found the bone yet either, have we?
Oh, I haven't searched. Thank you. Dude, what is this ghost doing? It's in the walk-in, isn't it?
Going on a boner hunt.
That's hot.
Found it.
Hey, wait a minute. That was the other one over there, I think. Gotcha. Smudged it.
Heard that.
I need another video. Do we have any firelights? Did we bring any in here? I'll put that there. I didn't have the photo camera. Chingus did. Yeah, Chingus is on it. Every single firelight is still out here. Son of bitch. All right. Oh, I could still get a motion sensor one too. If it's an Obake, which we think it is, then it can hunt in like 30 seconds. I'm running. It's about to hunt.
So earlier he was walking through. Okay.
Or it can hunt.
Yeah. There's that EMF 5.
I wanted to make sure you lived. Oh, whoopsies. There we go. It's baking? Oh, roger that. I'd like to see it shapeshift. Did it? Okay, it's done. Did it shapeshift? Hey, blood sample.
You okay?
I'm okay.
I couldn't see him because of the tree.
Yeah, it was a little tough.
I think he's moved into the kitchen, right?
Is he in the kitchen or is he in here?
Or no, he's in here. I meant storage. Right.
I don't think I got it. Son of a bitch. I tried. Did the video say shapeshift?
Did you incense him?
I did.
Okay. All right. I was like, wait, we don't have any black salt. Why do you get that slow?
So I didn't see it, or I guess I wasn't paying attention enough. I was just trying to record the ghosty. Almost certain that it said shapeshift.
You're almost certain it's shapeshift?
Well, no. That the video camera said shapeshift.
Oh, nice.
We're almost certain of it. Oh, that hooker.
Oh, I fucking panic smudged. I panic smudged like a champ there.
Dude.
I'm out of the map, FYI.
Roger that. No door touches anywhere? Like, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, you can get shape-shifting ghost video, and unfortunately, when you get that, it doesn't actually count as a video of the ghost. It really sucks. It should. It's kind of silly that it doesn't, but that's just the way it goes. Well.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that just spicy?
All right, hear me out.
Okay.
I have one incense left.
You have a photo to get, sir.
We have one photo.
You know what? I believe in you.
Well, come do monkey paw for me.
Come to monkey paw for you.
Yeah.
Bro, you can what?
Yeah, you got this.
It's about to hunt us. You know that, right?
I mean, we can go in the back door.
I mean, I know what kind of
It's
guy
okay
you are.
this time. Did you ever have to question that?
How do we want to go about this? Because it's gonna hunt, so we just have to live.
So we can just go hide.
All right.
Because it'll hunt right when we go in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
wait for that hunt. We sprint for the paw, wish to see the ghost.
Okay.
Grab the picture, then hide again.
All right. I'm gonna let him go, and I'm gonna stay out here.
2, 1.
Go.
Go.
I can watch it from here. Maybe. Hey, what's up, Kato? Come back. Come back. We can't see anymore. Fuck. Hey, shapeshift, you piece of shit. No, there it is. I saw it. Chengiz. Chengiz. It did it. I saw it.
I hear you. Or are you outside?
Yeah. I was watching through the window.
All right, do the paw. Do the paw.
Where is it? Still there? Okay.
Right here.
All right. I wish to see the ghost. Oh, that worked. He could just take a photo of the paw. Still got the ghost photo. I'll tell you what, he's been on it when it comes to the ghost photo, though. I'll give him that. Is it worth using it? Depends on what you want to do with it. Saying it's worth, asking if it's worth using is very situational. I know ghost photo gives you more money. I don't think I'm that worried about money. All right, well.
SpongeBob, run. I nailed it.
You did too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Smoke Gouda, what up?
Perfect games.
You're doing great, kid. You're doing great.
You're doing great, sweetie. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You got baked cookies circled there, sir?
I certainly will. Nailed it. We have a couple of ghost dollars. Just a couple. How much money do I have in game? I don't know. 1 point something million. I don't know how much. I don't know.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
It walked away from me down that hallway, and when it walked back and it was about around the corner, just as it was about to turn, it shapeshifted. I was like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Nice. Nailed it.
All right. Well, random took us to Nels. Are we randoming again? Around 1.4?
I mean, yes.
No, 1.2.
Absolutely. Just
1.2.
chaos. Let's go for it.
It's not chaos. It's a map that's friend shaped.
It's maybe RNG. Maybe RNG. I'm calling Nell's Diner again.
No, it's not. See. Does shapeshifting ghost photo count as a ghost photo? No. I don't think it's bugged. I think that they meant for it to be like it is, and it just doesn't make sense. All right, based on the not fog, I'd say it's probably not blood rain.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't think
woke
so.
up while camping with warm yogurt in your sleeping bag, would you call the police?
Absolutely not.
You want to go camping again?
I've heard that one before. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Sick son of a bitch. You know what? I'll grab EMF. That sounds good.
You know, I'm just doing something.
I trust you.
100% not
No Slendy. No Slendy. Go D's way. Trashy, think of it as 7 months. I'll go left. No Slendy. No No Franklin. No power. No board. You wish there was a Jason and Sunday Easter egg badge? Yeah, but getting a badge just by walking up and seeing the Easter egg, seems a little too simplistic. We have a music box, by the way.
You know, that sounds magical.
You know what? It probably is. RV there yet stream was hilarious. I'm glad you liked it. It was so much fun. Yeah, it's in the first floor of the cabin, and I believe it said the house is upside down.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yep, I bet 11's in here somewhere.
Not in the upside down.
Hey, the foot's in here too.
Okay, so not only we got backdoor action, warm yogurt, but we're also getting feet. This is. I don't know that the internet can handle this.
Fantasies
Hey, how are
come
ya?
true. Oh, the potty's not open. Let's see what he grabbed. I have no idea what items he has. We sure the ghost isn't in the upside down? How cool would that be? Interdimensional. All right. Grab this, grab this, grab this. That's probably safe. We'll be okay. It'll be fine. Ghosty's not going to hurt us. We're friends.
That's funny. I actually hate camping. I'm glam.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
That's fair. I think we would do the same thing. We don't really camp either.
Okay. I'm down to rent.
I
Like,
won't
you know,
forget
like
Porto,
a
I
log
promise.
mansion
I promise.
with fiber internet and air conditioning
Yeah,
and a hot tub.
that's
I'd be
fair.
down. Yeah.
I'm down. The only way we get the upside down in Phasmo is if a power plant or a big energy generator. All right, let's go look for goo. New death animation they showed kind of looked like Vecna's work. It did a little bit, right? Ooh, it's so close. Oh, you want to freeze. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? All right, probably not. EMF 5 and dots. It's a
All
child.
right, I'm gonna go put this stuff back in the van, and I'm gonna bring salt.
Roger that. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this at all. Hey, K-Dog, welcome in. A child. Everything's lining up with the Stranger Things vibes. Maybe it's Dustin. All right, give me a smudge. Give me this. Give me this. Oni, Raiju, Wraith. Okay. We haven't had an event yet, so we can't base it off of that either. Why is it not a Goryo? Because you can only see a Goryo's dots through a video camera or through a screen. You can't see it in person. Hey, Amy. Yeah, extra stream. Mrs. Flash was away. It probably won't be as long of a stream today. Do you have a lighter? No, not at all.
Oh, I'm hearing thumpies out here.
Hey, so if things go south, I have a smudge, but I don't have a lighter.
Oh, I have a smudge and a lighter.
Okay, well, I can give you my smudge as a backup smudge if you need it.
Okay. I also have a crucifix.
Oh, I also have a crucifix. Oh, there's a sound here. It's giggling in the corner. I'm scared.
Oh, nice. One flat. Hi. Throw the book at me.
What did it do with the remote control? What'd you do with it, you little shit?
Okay, so this is
Not a
like
wraith.
all one room, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
I believe
This is
so.
all one room. Yeah. So
No ghost farts yet. Where's the remote control? Oh, it's following Genghis. I saw you, little shit. The windowsill. What the fuck? Ghost wants to ask Genghis if you want. Wait, what?
just a triple check. You see all of these disturbed salts?
Yep.
Okay, you little son of a bitch. I just tried to quick flip to my camera and it didn't work.
If I hold the smudge, do you think it will be afraid?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
It knows I'm safe. Also, that event did not seem very
I mean, it's Oni or
heartbeaty.
You just need the hunt to tell what it is.
Yeah. And I'm leaning a little bit more
but
Oni
actually,
right
you know
now.
what? Here. You lean into Oni?
Yeah.
Here, have a lighter.
Shh. Is it hunting outside right now?
It is hunting.
Here, second smudge. I'm scared.
I'm sorry. I can't hold it anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. Oh, please. Don't kill me. Here. Okay.
What's that for?
Oh, God. Ew.
Just stick it in here. It's
Oh,
fine.
they got one of those. Oh, nice. Fancy.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go get you a light.
I can't believe it hunted from outside.
And of course, we don't have electronics outside to determine what it is.
No, we could play something out there,
But
though.
Oh, yeah. Well, we should have photo cameras for that. Breath out here. Hunting. That was an event.
Didn't it just... No, there was no ghost ball there. That sounds normal, man. Yeah, this is Maple. Yeah. Tabby, thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the gifted sub, friend. I don't know if he could see me. Maybe. I can't believe it hasn't walked in the cabin yet. I have an EMF on out there.
It's an Oni. Let's get out of here.
Roger that. It's touching all kinds of stuff. Run.
Oh, yeah.
I'm vlogging.
I gotta get out.
Oh god, I
It's
can't
so
see you.
much.
Hold on. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, here we go.
It's followed us. I could hear it. I must escape.
What are you doing? Checking the plates?
Okay, all right.
We haven't gotten shit.
Yeah, I walked outside on the balcony, so apparently it can't see you up there.
All right.
And I was watching it, and it was just blinking so fast.
Right. Listen, I'm cool with calling this one Oni and saying F this.
Oh, I'm good.
Rain on
Yeah,
Maple. Nah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. We're going to leave Toe here for him.
I always take a W.
We're going to leave Toe here this time. No, poor Toe. No. Toe is here to keep Ghosty occupied.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Who's Toe? Toe is the little frog that you find inside of the first cabin. What do you mean, wow? I left it so the Ghosty had a friend. Does rain make things annoying on that map? Well, when you're outside and you have to listen to the rain the whole time.
I hate the ghosts back there because there's no like legit hiding places, you know?
Yeah.
You could like loop a table, go into the bathroom. hope it
Ghosty's
doesn't
all the way in the back of the
crash.
map. It's raining. It's like,
Uh-huh.
all right, we're out of here.
Yep, F that map.
Stupid map. I don't mind Maple Lodge. It's just, yeah.
Oh yeah. So random.
I smell prison. It smells so
Oh.
familiar.
I'm calling Sunny restricted.
Wow, we're both way off.
Okay. All
Way
right.
off. Both of us.
Look at the equipment and
Nailed it.
prepare
A little reverse psychology. Never hurt
That's right.
anybody.
Get us those small maps. Hell yeah.
new intel. Reports of light
25. We need photos and photo of the EMF. All right. He's
I've really
got
got to
that.
come up with some new sayings because I don't do well with these two.
You got this. You'll be fine. You got this. Come on. Come
All
on.
right, what can we come up with for, let's see here, a photo of EMF, 3 unique photos with cameras. Hold on.
We're giving you time. You're okay.
All right,
Maria Baker. It could be any of the ghosts.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are investigating Maria Baker. Maria Baker wants you to take a photo collection for her OnlyFans, including all of the sparks of her magnetic personality. Watch out, as that shoot's gonna drive you completely insane as we investigate Maria Baker.
Okay, I'm getting close. It
Oh,
can be better.
that'll do.
but
It's fine.
Good. It's good.
That's good enough.
I definitely think we need to do some kind of play on OnlyFans for the 3 photos. I've got to work on it.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I seen it. Morgan. Morgan. Oh my Lanta. Friend, thank you for the subs. Holy shit. I'm gonna sit here with a parabolic and wait for the ghosty to give me a chit chat. Just like that. I think it just said something right about there.
Right here? Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Not a Ure.
Nope.
Cross it off. Morgan, thank you,
Crossed.
friend. How are you?
Oh, I need.
Do you and the family have a tradition for the New Year's Eve? For New Year's Eve, I mean, tradition, not necessarily. Really, it's just we make a crap ton of like food and then just hang out. That's basically it. We are having more friends over this year though, so that'll be nice. Like friends and their kiddos. Favorite cursed? Fog. Favorite ghost? Mimic?
Probably in the basement.
Don't say that.
As if the ghost isn't down here, the bone will be.
Well, what are the temps looking like? it's not super cold. Hey, did you light that candle at the end of the hall?
I did not, sir. It's not an on-rio.
Noted. Oh, neither do I. Ooh, maybe it's a moving.
Power's on. I don't see the bone.
Have you tried looking for it?
In some places.
She's laughing. All right, it's like 6 degrees in that hallway now.
Yeah. It's it.
Just got the game yesterday. Nice. All right. I hated that. Can we agree to never do that again? What, the ghosty? It's just having a laugh. It's having a funny. Let it have its time. Okay, do this, do that. He's in there. We'll be safe. No fun allowed. What the hell? What the hell? Hey.
Oh, sorry. Here, allow me.
Oh,
I got
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? I think it did that through the wall. Yeah. It absolutely did. I did not see orbicals. I'm not getting spirit box.
Okay.
It's about 4-ish,
We got
4 to
writing.
5 degrees. Hey, Derpy. Good evening, friend. How are you? What a weenie. All right. I'll let the ghosty event on you.
Yay.
He's right there,
Show
ghosty. Go
yourself.
ahead.
Show yourself.
Have to work tomorrow. Yeah, I've got to do stuff too. I'm just working from home tomorrow.
Just me and a video camera. Oh no, I'm stuck in the cabinet. What are you going to do?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to walk right over here.
Oh, jeez! Oh, God!
Oh, you're talking to the ghost. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. Sorry. You know, opportunities. You can't miss them.
You walked up behind me. Ghost was all like, "Dear Penthouse Force."
The ghost hunter stole my thunder. That son of a bitch.
We both fit. Okay, that's enough. That's too far. I'm sorry.
Nailed it. Ghosty, what is... never mind. Do I have UV over there? Where's this UV coming from?
Was that a hunt?
Oh, it's right there. Oh, we do have UV. I'm like, where the hell's the UV coming from? There it is.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I think this might be a myling, man. It sounded kind of quiet. And yes, it absolutely just hunted. Yeah. Canes, thank you for the prime.
All right, I got the handprint.
Okay. Miss Chinggis, I know, right?
Show yourself. Come on, little ghosty.
Whoa.
Nailed it.
That didn't count. Okay,
Oh, I
it
was
wasn't
going for the
recording.
video too.
Awesome. I right-clicked and it didn't record.
What shit is that?
Son of a bitch.
Come on, show yourself again.
Pancakes. Were you waiting for me again? Do we have a crucifix in here?
I do. Yeah. Yeah, it's right there.
Roger that.
That timing, sir. That timing.
Oh, no, 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 stop. No, no, turn off. No, I don't want to record you.
Well,
Try to record
that
laughing
sounded
again.
good. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that successfully like stops it or something. I don't know. I panic and throw it.
Well, turning it off doesn't stop it, unfortunately. So.
Ghosty.
Ghosty pants.
Other Avanti. If you hunt from that room, I swear to God. You son of a bitch! You know what, F it. It's so quiet, dude. Hey, yo. Oh, we still need 3 videos. And our sanity is not even low enough yet. Hey, what up,
my
King?
gosh. I'm definitely
Nader
with you on
Todd, thank you for the
mileage, by
prime,
way.
man. Yo, yeah, it's so quiet. It was so
Here's the-
stinking
here's the
quiet.
video camera. I'm gonna go get another incense.
Okay. What does he have already? Object thrown and burn cruci. Motion sense, firelight. Translucent ghost. I'll take it. All right, let's go. Coming to get more stuff.
Oh yeah, I got motion sensor and this.
And I've got firelight and that. I'm gonna bring another smudge to the door. Oh, actually, wait. Oh yeah, wait. No, you got a motion sensor, right?
Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Something random name, super people in the past. I don't know the words because they're so random.
Cha-cha. Where do you think it's hunting from?
I think it came from that left room back there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like that.
Good night, tool. I hear an electronic going off. Footprints in salt would be a video that could work. Yeah, if we have salt that hasn't been stepped in. Okay, that was definitely that back room. Give me the fresh cruci. Oh, F them shoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've those shoot. Oh, you son
Look
of
up.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, I got that.
Yeah, boy. Now you can get a motion sensor easy peasy. Is our sanity below 25? Hell yeah.
Smudge.
And a 1.
Got it. Let's roll.
Nice. Shut up.
Oh yeah, I'll take a goodbye blowy any day of the week.
All right. Didn't even have to touch the music box.
That's fair. It's nicer when they're hello blowies, but still.
It's like the blowies are kind of like aloha. They can be hello or goodbye.
Oh man, look at that. Look at that.
Photos, videos, audio.
So much. So
Nice.
much perfection.
So much monies.
Mark him if you got him.
Okay. Oh, I've got him. Tabby, thank you for the gifted.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Ah, Yeah. Oh man, imagine. Imagine.
Why imagine when it's so real?
Oh my.
Okay.
My favorite part was the stack part.
All right. Random has been
Oh.
awfully kind to us, sir.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. This is the one. I believe this is the one.
He was right.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Spot
Heavy
on.
rain too? Tell me it's blood moon.
It's not.
Tell me it's blood moon.
It's not.
Nope, just heavy rain. This stinks.
Game
Bonus
on.
orbs?
Good luck. Thank you, friend. Thank you, Shade. Kitty, welcome in. Ooh, bonus orbs would be awfully pleasant. Kitty, hello. How are you? On to prison. You know, I don't know. I really do enjoy playing prison on the occasion. Not one I want to play all the time. Oh, it could be way worse. I'm helping. I'm being an extra set of eyeballs. Looking for orbs. You never know. Ads are going to happen in about 5 minutes, friends. Just a heads up. Whenever we're doing multiplayer, we usually let them roll. One time I try to call it, it actually lands on prison. All right, I don't see any orbicals. All right, I got flashlights. We're gonna get
No bonus orbs. Damn
Yeah,
it.
that's all right.
Sound sensors. I'm gonna sound sensor the cell blocks in the cafe.
Okay. I'll get a parabolic and go to work. Bonus orbs have been so good. Box in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And our cursed object. Oh.
Oh, it's a circle.
It is the circle. That's disgusting.
Oh, man.
Makes me sick.
What a bummer.
The power's right here. Was that ambient? Or did I hear it near the cafeteria? Power's on, sir. That might have been ambient. I'm like almost certain it was. Energizer, thank you for the 23 months. Nothing weird over here. Wait. I was looking this direction. Chinkus, it might be in the damn foyer.
No way.
I swear to God, I looked back and heard a whisper over here.
That would be awesome, actually.
Oh, it's chucking shit in the office over here. It's not a mare.
Got it.
Yeah, that little
I'm coming
office.
back. I'm in B block. It's in the little room to the left?
It's in that
Or
little,
in
well,
the
when you
little-
walk in the front, it's in that little tiny room to the right.
Okay, gotcha.
It flipped on a light switch. Can't be a mare. Hey, Titan, we're doing good. How are you?
I put a sound sensor there. I helped.
Proud of you. Man. The power's there. The ghost is there. Where's the bone?
Dude, I am not looking for the bone in here. I mean, I could,
If we have to.
but really? Okay.
Imagine it's in there or something, you know? Orbeez? Oh. It's such a teeny room. Yeah, I see breath in that little room. All right, Cruci is down.
All right, I brought book, spirit box, and you.
I'm gonna bring another video camera and stick it inside the room. Tragic death. I'm telling you, man, it's all. I think it's all the dust we kicked up. I really do. Careful, there was a tragic death. Thank you. Is there a way you can read the rules again? Yeah, you should be able to go to the cog wheel, I believe, and see the rules again. Finished the fast run. Gotta say, I've gotten a lot better after watching the TikToks. Let's go. Watching Baron too? Hell yeah. Baron's our homie. We were playing RV There Yet with him yesterday. All right, we haven't checked temps. We've got that. I'm gonna grab a smudge out of fear. Oh, another camera. That's what I wanted. I wanted to stick a camera inside of there. Cog view chat rules. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you. Flashbang, welcome in. Mystic, thank you for the prime. I'm starting to feel congested now, which is not good. It's naughty. Should add old maps for fun. What? The whole point of the revamp was so that all of the assets in the game were their own. That's how yours started? Oh, stop it. I do. I have tissues next to me. I'm okay.
Oh my God, there's writing.
Wait, what?
There's writing.
Where? Oh, I didn't even see it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
There's a photo. Didn't I bring a photo camera in here? Did I not? No, I didn't.
It's a possible Dio. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Oh, is it out of this room? Where are you? It's not setting that motion sensor off. You notice that?
How do we get blowies and no motion sensor?
Because that means it's probably out here somewhere.
Damn area effect. Oh, I do see my breath out here now. So
Yeah, I think it moved,
this is a much larger space.
which sucks.
The spirit box.
What if it's a everyone ghost? Where are you?
Writing.
I mean, it's not even. Oh shit, that felt kind of early.
That did feel kind of early. Unless it's draining our sanity.
Unless
do have
your
smudge.
sanity. Did you take sanity after you got the spirit box
I
response?
did not.
Ah.
I did not. Ooh.
Oh.
Things could be happening. Things could be happening. I'm walking away. I'm leaving.
Okay, I'm going over here.
I'm scared.
Okay. Setting up shop right here. Stuffing things all. Ball. That sounds fast. That's a Moroi. Got ourselves a moron. Popping in for early bedtime. I might try to force myself to go to sleep early tonight too. Yeah. No Discord? You don't have to. That's the best part about being everywhere, is that you guys don't have to use whatever platform you don't use. You're in good hands with Allstate. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced about the Moroi. That speed. We
Well,
need a
yeah, because it was just a little faster, right?
Yeah.
So then we have the Moroi is the only ghost we have as an option to have any kind of speed outside of line of sight.
Exactly. We have zero objectives done.
Yeah, but you know, this prison feels kind of perfect to me. I'm just saying.
What does that mean?
That means we just fucking leave.
Oh, okay.
We're done. Oh.
these objectives. Yeah. When you have the larger maps, sometimes it's just, you got to feel the vibe, you know? You just got to vibe it. Now look at my electronics.
I know, I see him glitching out.
It was when it was directly above us. I don't.
Uh-huh. I don't know if that counts as detecting you, though. Oh, here she comes.
Here comes friend. Here comes friend. Friend is fast. Oh, shit. Okay, we're fine. No, thank you. It knocked on the window. Like, hey. No, thank you. Friend has got some speed. Friend has wheels. Quick little prison run. There we go. You got red on you.
We nailed that. Right. Get wrecked, prison.
Yeah,
We wrecked
idiot.
you.
You big stupid. I can't even change it. Friend just wants to tell you a secret. I feel like friend wants to tell us more than just a secret. Okay?
I've got some jobs ready for you.
I don't want your jobs. I want my own jobs. Man, random.
Oh man, we're doing great.
Doing good.
The randoms?
Yeah, we're rocking.
Yeah. Let's. I mean, shit.
What?
I was just. I had the thought that I should just prestige. And then I was
that's
like,
awfully
wait a minute.
dangerous.
I don't wanna. I changed my mind. I changed my mind very, very quickly, sir.
All right. Well, you're gonna change your mind because we're gonna go to Grafton.
All right. You say Grafton?
Yeah.
I'm calling Ridgeview. All right.
There's that restricted we talked about. It caught up to us.
Nailed it. No, it's restricted. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good with restricted.
And it is the female wing.
Go and take a closer look.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'll look for the bone. You go get the ghost.
You suck. Hey, wait a minute. What is blurp? Blurp is a way for you guys to play sounds through the stream. You can't hear them in the Twitch VOD, but you can hear them. What was that him dinging? The YouTube stream, you can hear all the blurp stuff though. I thought I just heard a throw. Hey Skills, how are you? Oh my god.
No way.
There she is.
Any temperature changes in up to this point.
All right.
So
Where are you? Okay. It's down the female wing.
Oh
shit. Goodbye.
Fucking end.
Goodbye. All the way at the end. Come on.
The very, very end. You should go pill.
Yeah, I'll go take some sanity. I'll just drop this right here for now.
Okay.
All right. Son of a bitch. Day room is literally all the way at the end. I love the yelling goodbye when it doesn't leave right away because it's so delayed. I don't know why. Hey Ribs, how are you? It's too many letters for you. You just gotta let it catch up. Oh, he didn't bring a camera with him. Oh shit. All right, that's fine. I'll bring in more stuff. Hey Vlad, welcome in. Thank you for the follows. Davis, welcome in. How are you? One pill is probably enough, right?
I was gonna say, when it turns on the metronome and you're in there by yourself in the quiet, it's really fucking creepy.
I just wants to say hi to you.
Trying to keep time
that sounds hot.
Oh.
In the day room, also the worst room for a Ure. That's correct, because there's no, well, sorry, the door's on the floor. Yep. This is the day room. Oh, you mean kind of like that?
Oh, did it do the thing to you?
It literally turned the metronome on the second I walked in. I wanted to get that stuff down before it tried to hunt me or something. Yeah, Yuri's gonna pick up the door. That'd be so freaking cool. No, we were talking about the Yuri the other day, and we wished it had a way better ability. One of these days, Alice. One of these days. Dean to Beans, what up, Dean? Hello, friend. Random question: are you looking for people afraid of spooky? Wait, what?
Miles and I would walk 500 more.
Am I looking for people afraid of spooky games? What do you mean? What? Vlad, how'd you find the stream? Okay, what? Why do you like you got like part of the song?
Oh.
You're doing good. Levitating items would be sick for an animation for it in game. Yeah. The song of my people. Hi, Mr. Kill. Oh, D, no, that's definitely something that's way better suggestion for like a DM or something. Yeah. Definitely not a message for chat, just because it could put somebody on the spot, especially if they are watching. Is this map considered Phaz's own assets? I know it was recently updated, but wasn't sure if it... Well, I'm pretty sure they made this map from scratch.
I was looking at that, you son of a bitch.
Damn, dude.
I was
All right,
literally
relax,
trying to
calm
read
down,
that book
relax.
and flipped it up.
Hey,
You little
hey,
son of...
hey.
No. F this goes.
It's okay.
Rude.
It's okay. It's
Rude.
okay. Shh. It's okay.
And I would walk 500 more.
There you go. There you go. See, isn't that better? That's a yikes. Hey, we have dots, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna run. Kind of just registered to me that it walked out of the room. And if it keeps walking, it's gonna walk away from the crucifixes. Like, oh yeah. Ed might try to murder me. Here, we'll just put this down here. That way it can be seen in case he needs it. There we go. I think dots is all we have. And I saw it in person, so it's not a Goryo. All right. We haven't tried Spirit Box yet either. Ba-ding. Doing good, kid.
I got this.
Give me this. And an extra one of these. If I could make my own ghost, what would the ability be? I don't know about ability. But we've talked about it often where I would love a ghost that didn't have very good eyesight and maybe couldn't see you if you weren't moving. Now they've added a ghost that does react to you moving. This ghost might be just destroying the crucifixes at the end. Dio's a possibility. That'd be fun. You know, we're going in. Going in. Oh yeah, I saw the spirit box. It's trying to hunt, so I was going to see if it tries to get us again. Got a lot of possibilities when dots are the only thing on the table. What is the skull? Hey, you might want to be careful. What is the distance for eventing? Like, how far away is the ghost from the player where it can event? Banshee cry. This doesn't matter. The sound that it's making when it's hunting doesn't mean anything. Oh my. So that's
a little bit of music there, and I just heard thump, 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 thump behind me.
That's a hell of
very interesting.
Well, that's a very long distance to event, which makes me think I feel like that ghost stalked me.
Think so?
I think it might have.
Fast.
Did it speed? Well, was it faster?
I mean, I can't tell you if that was line of sight or not, but it was super duper slow for an extended period of time. Like, do we have any evidence?
We have dots.
Just dots.
Yeah. If it was normal speed, it's possible it teleported and it's a freaking wraith. No, we heard it after the hunt. It left him alone. No, it left him alone.
That could have been line of sight speed too. So I don't know. I just kind of panic smudged and dipped into the room there.
Right.
Was very lucky to not have, you know.
Someone explained Twitch drop feature. Yeah, by watching streams that have drops enabled, you can earn things for different games. Oh, wait, Phantom's a possibility too. I didn't even see Phantom on there. I wasn't paying attention. Ooh. I didn't realize that Phantom, Banshee, and Wraith are all three in contention. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That stinks.
Going back.
I'm with you.
If it spawns on top of us, well, we know.
Oh, we're both dead instantaneously.
No, got a smudge.
It's target.
I just don't know. I mean, if it targeted you, you know?
I don't know if it did. Obviously, my incense would still impact it.
Yeah. The ghost is a female.
You also wouldn't know if I'm the target. I could very well. Did it event on you out here?
It evented on me in the first room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did it just get the power? I'm on it. Yeah, Phantoms and Banshees stalk, Wraiths teleport.
Get like a motion sensor. to find out if it's teleporting or wandering. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Let's sit right here for a second and see what it does. If that goes off, that gives... Ooh, we don't have any... Wait, I do. Got an EMF right here.
We are getting motion sensors in the
Did I just hear a firelight go off? Or was that a candle? Did I just hear a I might have just heard a candle get burned out.
That's possible too. I did put a candle in there.
I heard that across the map. Watch it like teleport behind us. It might not be a wraith. I don't know. I'm not sure. What is the difference between stalking ghosts and teleporting? Stalking ghosts.
Wraith teleports. It still walks back, right?
Yeah.
But if it teleports to us,
If it teleports to us, I mean, we're gonna see that motion sensor go off, and
yeah,
we should see it pointed towards
it
us.
should point it towards us. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it points towards there, then we have a phantom or a banshee.
Right.
Walk.
Well, I've got an EMF at my feet, so we'll know if it which one it is.
Oh yeah. But it eventing on you all the way up here. I mean, that's 100% out of event range.
Oh yeah, it's really
Unless-
far.
That's like one hell of a wander for it to
I don't think it can
wander
even
halfway
roam.
up the hall.
Yeah, for it to
Yeah.
roam all the way down like that, I don't think so.
That would be rough.
Imagine it's not above. And technically, I mean, it could be any of the other ghost, and maybe the ghost is just being a weenie. Yeah. Okay, so and it's a phantom.
It walks to us. Yep.
There we go. That's that. So,
Sure, phantom and not wraith or banshee.
yeah, the EMF going off is your sign. So, if the EMF goes off, when it stalked you, it's a phantom. If it stalks you and lands at your feet and doesn't go off, it's a banshee.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I knew that.
So,
Under a
there's your sign.
spaghetti.
And we have dots, so there's no mimicry happening either.
Yeah. Yep. Fuck that walk. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's a walk and a half. No thanks. Mm-hmm. How do we know? So, the difference between a stalk and a teleport. A stalk, the ghost literally walks all the way to you. A teleport, the ghost can go from anywhere on the map directly to you.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Nailed it.
There's a difference between the phantom and the banshee, though, when it stalks you.
Okay. All right.
And we just witnessed it.
All right. This is gonna be a farmhouse. I feel it in my middle toe.
No, the toe right
Yep.
next to it says Tanglewood. Oh, okay. Having an EMF at your feet. Dude, it's raining again. God dang it.
Yeah, it's definitely
It won't stop.
like that.
Having the EMF at your feet when it does the stalk tells you what it is, as long as there's no interaction when it gets to you, right? And it didn't do anything near us. It didn't throw anything. When the banshee stalks you, when it gets to your location, it leaves an EMF too. What the hell are you laughing at?
I could see you while looking for bonus orbs. All right, no bonus orb.
All right. Let's go there. Let's go there. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I feel it. I feel it. I'm fine. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to sneeze. The first game at the diner was a blood moon. Nice. All right. I'm fine. All right. Let's go. Hey, Nero, what's up? Nope. No sneezes. Nope. I'm holding it in. I'm suffocating it.
Murder barrels.
Yay. My favorite. Mirror. No Franklin. The paw. We have monkey paw, by the way. All right, no orbicals that I can see.
Okay. No real temp swings so far.
Okay. I heard a thing. I don't know where that was. Taking a crap.
Ghosty going poo-poo?
Ghosty's going poo-poos. I'm pretty sure that I saw my breath in here. I did see my
that makes
breath
sense.
in here.
It's 4 degrees in here.
Yeah. What does the blood moon actually do? It makes the ghost 15% faster. Your passive sanity drains twice as fast, and you get a 10% bonus when you finish the game. Give. There. Blow my nose again. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to make sure I take medicine tonight. You're very welcome. Of course. Of course. It's either allergies or it's the other thing. I don't know. Break. I'm hoping it's allergies. We are like a lot of there's a lot of dust that was flying around in the basement today. Rona? Hope not. I just got that shot today. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, sir.
He's
Where
so
are you?
close.
Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? All right, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Well, don't get sick. Okay, roger that. Everyone's coming down. I'm hoping I didn't. Yeah. A duster? Listen, it was in the basement, dude. Holy shit. Oh, we have no crucifixes in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ghost riding.
That's hot.
No UV.
Holy goo tent, Batman. All right. So we have ghost writing. We had a singing ghost event. Holy. Was your mouth open? Are you okay?
Oh my God. Brush your teeth, you son of a bitch.
Oh, what did he throw to you? He said, here, wash your shit. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, dude.
Jesus, what is happening?
Did you say we have writing?
Yeah, it's right there. Right there.
No, you're good. I was looking at the possible ghosties. A lot of singing events. Why? Oh, I could have gotten video
All
of this
the
stuff.
photos are done.
Oh. We get it.
Did you record them yet?
Yeah, I got the shadow. Yeah.
There's no point in me recording that.
So freaking active, dude.
Good thing we have a Chrissy right here.
We have no orbs. We have writing. No dots. Yeah, where is
No, I stopped the thing.
You mess up.
Would you kindly delete that sound, please? The second time he's told me to get lost.
Yeah, you heard him. Oh, shit. Hold on. Delete it. Sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
You said no.
I'm sorry. My bad. Ghosty. Uh-oh. I couldn't catch that because it was all the way out here.
All right, I'm getting defenses now.
Okay. I'll wait here.
Watch out!
I'm gonna try. Probably not gonna work.
Revenant?
Yeah, I'm almost certain of it. That thing had wheels all the way in here, and then that slowed down way down.
Wait for the red tent.
Good Lord. Your favorite? Yeah, it sounds like it's throwing stuff outside of the bathroom now.
Yeah, I saw my breath out there. We do have freezing.
So you smell your breath out there?
I said C.
Oh,
Did I say
see your
smell?
breath. Yeah, it sounded like, I don't know.
I meant C.
That's what I heard.
I definitely feel like I could smell my breath after he, forces no-nos there.
Ugh. Ugh. All right.
Yeah, we do have freezing, but
Right.
we already know it's a Revy.
And we need videos, yeah?
3 more. I brought the motion sensor and the the thing in there to try and help.
All right. Do we have hiding anywhere? We do. Okay.
Right here.
That's cute.
You okay?
It just teleported the bunny in front of my face. Gotcha. Got it. Got it. It's so mad. Need one more video. Imagine if the Revy event sped up. That'd actually be kind of cool. So I got
Just checking
door,
which videos,
writing,
hold on.
ghost, shadow. I mean, it could be a throw. It could be firelight, motion sensor, whatever.
I have an idea.
Go on.
Just get ready.
Get ready for what? Was it that?
Okay, let's leave. I got it.
Did you just smudge the ghost fart?
Incense too. I did.
Well, that doesn't
that not
incense
count?
the no. That doesn't incense the ghost because the mist ball is not the ghost.
Oh. Well, this was a learning moment.
All right.
But I did get the video.
Nice. Hey, I'll take it. Sold. You know what? You believe whatever you want to believe, okay?
You know what? I'm good with my thoughts here.
Can you see Goryo dots on a photo camera or only a video camera?
Back. There's some jobs ready for you.
No, you
The
can see
confidence
Goryo dots
to
on the
leave
but
with
you
that
just
perfect game.
it's tricky. What'd you
Whether
say?
it affects the ghost or not, I believe it does, so it matters. It's called the
That's right.
placebo effect. So it's
Good man.
real.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, next.
Oh, snap.
Give me a second.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What are you feeling this
You have to
time?
take a picture from outside of the room. Well, yeah, you have to switch over to the photo camera really fast. Yeah. Oh, no. I was checking something real quick. I'm making sure the missus hasn't messaged me.
Oh, yeah. Don't want her to come home.
No.
I do
Oh,
like
just say,
her.
I thought you were going to stop it and don't want her to come home. Damn.
No. I like Mrs.
Damn.
Flash.
All right, let's go. Bleezy. Now I can show you Josie.
Even though she doesn't let us talk about content when we're hanging out.
I know, she's
raining
mean.
again.
Every effing map it's been raining. Every single one it's been raining.
Everyone.
All right, give me this. Give me that. Give me this. Give me that.
I'm going to look for the power downstairs.
Roger that. Okay. I'll check power over here while we're looking. So when you walk through and you go in here, this is Josie. That's her. She's the middle plate. Sorry. That's Josie. We have summoning circle and I have the power.
Roger that. Converting to bone searching.
Roger that. Right below Meow Fury. That's correct. So walk in. Second set. She's right there. That was Ghosty. What did I just hear? Wait, or was that Chinggis? Hey, how are you?
I didn't get any temperature swings outside.
Okay. I don't know what I heard. Mike, thank you for the gifted. Thank you.
Look how some of these doilies are just glowing.
Radioactive. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Did I just hear a door upstairs? Bathroom, maybe?
I heard something.
That was a rumble, which means it was above us. Oh, we got doo-doo paper on the floor.
Oh, man.
And breath. Yep, there it is. I'll keep this with me. It's not used. I'll save Josie on the way back through. Gallo was so hard to find out at the start of the game, but it all worked out. Had to wait so long for paranormal sound on the paramic. Sometimes it's just not in the cards, and the ghosties try to be absolute jerkholes and everything they try to hide from you. It happens. It happens to everybody. Oh, that's just mine. All right, I've got crucifix, dots, and video camera. There we go. Let's go. Ghosty's taking an elegant bath. It's doing something. It's doing a something. Holy. Did I get the orb? Is that what I just recorded? Oh. Hey, we have orbs.
Oh, awesome.
That should cover
Dirty
the
little
bathroom.
ghost balls, here I come. I'm gonna get you.
I'm so
You
sorry.
write me a little note, please.
I'm sorry, what?
You can write me a note. Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far? Give
Wind
me
or
a
touch?
sign.
What are my thoughts on the Tanglewood reskin? Oh, I can't wait.
No UV.
Roger, roger.
I didn't get anything on the spirit box
We
yet.
have dots. No, what a hooker. Try to record it. Didn't happen. It was too short.
Yeah. Do it again.
I'll get a little closer this time.
Do it again. we got the double up. Let's
That's right.
do this.
You won't do it, stupid.
Come on, Ghosty. This is the dream. Chingus and Flash at the same time.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, listen. I didn't sign up for this. I can record.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I can record and get anything. Okay. Got it.
I got it too.
Nice.
Nailed it.
All right, now throw something, Ghosty. Come on. Ghosty toss. Now.
Nothing on temps yet.
Shade is not even in contention. It's
Where
not
are
doing
you?
anything.
How old are you? Are
Hey.
you friendly?
Hey.
Are you near?
Good
Are
question.
you far? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Spirit box? What?
We
We have orbs. You up.
There we go. There we go. There it was.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. Why? I'll see you next year. Oh my God, Juju. Thank you, friend.
One more photo.
I need more video, but fine. I'll go get more stuff.
We need ghost again.
Fine. He could be checking for a mimic. Not with dots, he's not. No, with dots, it's 100% can't be a mimic. No, he forgot that we had two. Oh, did he already save Josie? Oh, what a sweetheart. Yeah, if you have dots, if you have writing, EMF5, any of that stuff, then Dave. There she is. All right, let's get smudge, dis. Good. Okay, I'm good. Up. Oh, now it touches a door. What a jerk. Oh, you sick bastard. Give me this. Oh, this is about to be bad. Got it.
Couldn't decide.
Got them all. Nope, I got them all.
We have a cruci down right here, right?
Yes, we have one right here.
Okay. Oh yeah, I put that. Oh, I'm in it. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right.
Goes
You know
fat.
what? I swear, I'm dialed in. I
Okay,
promise
it's
I'm
okay.
dialed in.
Oh, we need 2 more sounds.
I'm here. Yeah, working on it.
Aspects, thank you for the subs.
It's quite quiet.
Okay,
Okay.
and
All right.
so you have EMF, dots, bones, summoning. Shit. I mean, if it decided to actually event, I could do that.
Yeah.
Or if it wants to levitate an object, maybe I could get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be a little tough though. There's a lot of shit in here. Oh my God. Got it. Sniped his ass.
I tried to loop him so
Woo!
he had extra time.
Got him. Oh, one more. Okay. Crucifix burn. Here it comes.
Just one more sound.
Crucifix burn. Here it comes. Hey, look, a crucifix burn.
Nice.
Lovely. And we got
Oh,
the
now
bone.
you're gonna make a noise?
Oh, we need parabolic microphones. What the? What? Where did I put that? Oh, I threw it downstairs. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay. All right. It's okay. I kind of want to see if it follows us anyway.
Okay. I was a little curious. All right. I'll just face this way. Hopefully we'll get it. We're falling apart.
It shouldn't come get us, even if it's Banshee.
Thay, Raiju, Yokai, Yurei, Banshee. I mean, I didn't pay attention to the door touch. I'm fairly certain the door was partially open, though. I think.
Well, when you walked up there.
I think so.
We heard a door touch.
Yeah.
Probably not a Euro.
Probably not.
There kept empty cabinets,
Aspects.
but we
Thank you
didn't
again
know
for the
if
subs,
they
friend.
count. Yeah, I don't know if they count.
Cruci, Bird.
Once crowned by the light of silver swords. Interesting.
Oh, the book you just read?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about that. Hey, it's a male ghost. It can't be a banshee.
Oh yeah.
That's a Raiju Thay, yokai. I just keep forgetting about it.
Yokai, Raichu.
A little speedy. This is tough with two people. I can't see shit. Oh my.
All right, not a Raiju.
So feisty. Well, if it's not a Raiju, then it would have to. Was it speeding up a line of sight? I could not. It didn't sound like it.
No, it wasn't.
All right, that'd have to be a Thay. Kind of a lame Thay.
How did we not age the living crap out of it while we're up there? I feel like we're up there for quite a while.
That didn't speed up, right?
Terrible.
Oh my god, I still. Yeah, it didn't sound like it. I don't think so either. Draco, thank you for the prime. Winder touch. Come on. Very quiet. It's just not talking. Does the parabolic go through floors? It does. This one will go up a floor or down a floor. 2 for the price of 1. We'll get this.
Yeah, we got this.
There we go. Yeah, okay. We must have spent enough time like this aging it. Yeah. It wants to hear a song. There we go. For sure. Way more obvious. Hey, Simply, how are you? What's up, cheese? birthday. Let's go.
Nailed it.
Not a
Nailed
music
it.
fanatic, I take it. Oh, the ghosty? Probably not. The song that the piano plays is called Adrift. It is the song that the music box plays. Yeah.
Eric Robinson. What a wonderful night.
Excuse me? You say Eric Throbinson?
No, his name's Eric Robinson.
Oh, I heard what I wanted to hear.
Clear.
Yikes.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oh my goodness.
Lovely job, sir.
I think we're doing amazing.
Doing so good. How about this? I'm going to call one more for me.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Random again? I mean, listen.
Listen, it's working.
You
for
heard it
us.
too?
I'm here.
Okay. I heard it too. Okay.
Okie dokie.
It's been working all night. We got this. Grafton. Love a good Grafton.
Nailed it.
Right, we're here.
Love a good
Take a look at
Grafton.
the equipment and prepare accordingly
It's
before we
Christmas time at the
Oh,
Grafton.
I forgot the Christmas song from RV there yet.
This is going to be a tough one. We've had
I forgot about it.
Oh, how did you forget that?
No, I wasn't thinking about it. What she said, was it something about creamy?
Yeah, something was creamy in that song. Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I gotta go back and watch it now. All right, let's go. Order the real music box from the Faz website. Can't wait. Hell yeah, I've got it on my shelf. There's so many worms. All right. Oh, I thought I heard something back here. Somebody came back here.
It was me.
No. I thought I heard an object throw.
Just me.
Just a you.
That's a wall.
Guessing a demon.
I mean, I do love how they took the time to put a Christmas tree up at the dilapidated house.
Isn't that nice?
At the bar.
Picture got knocked down in the foyer. All right, let's go that way. There we go. Hey, what's up, Mellow Magic? How are you? Goldfish and grape juice. Oh shit. I'm a content bean. Give me this. Give me that. Give me this. Yeah, we'll come back for lighter and stuff. I don't know if it's in one of those side. Hey, is everything okay in here?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
This is my friend.
what's your name?
His name's David.
David. Hi, David. You're looking good, David. He seems so nice.
I think he looks great.
Oh, he seems just precious. He's welcome in my home
I
any
didn't
day.
get spirit box earlier,
Okay.
but I did get the photo in the video.
All right. Put that down. Put that down. Oh, missed the door. David. You just got to fold in the cheese, okay?
This is brilliant. We got this.
All right. He didn't get it. He didn't understand. It's okay. I got salt. I've got crucifix and a smudge. Wouldn't it be funny if it started? I thought that it did. When the door shut, I thought that it hunted. All right. Cruci is down. We're assuming it's just here, yeah?
Well, I mean, the temperature said it was here
Oh,
too.
steps. Oh, footies.
Oh, I got him. I
Yeah,
got
get
him.
those pics. Yeah. All right, ultraviolet, nice. Jay, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you, friend. All right, he's getting all the stippy stompies. We'll watch from here. Been a good while, 2 months. I appreciate you. You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
Where'd the video camera go?
I don't know. It's freezing, by the way. You gonna take a picture
Is
of
it
that? Wait,
really?
oh. You still, it still counted. Oh, interesting. Usually you have to see it yourself.
I see it.
I'll take it. Well, no, like you have to pick it up usually yourself and do it. I'm glad that works.
Got blowy recordings?
Demon, Hantu, Jinn. We have no orbs. Not that I could tell. I'm gonna turn the light on up here. Or not. You know what? F me. It's fine. I'm gonna go get the power. Oh, it's a beer bottle. There we go. Game crashed. Was your last game of the night? Oh, no. Light is on up there. Demon. Oh, can't be a Jinn. It cut the breaker. Demon, Hantu, Mimic. We have freezing, so that's possible. I'd say no. Probably a Demon or a Hantu. Probably a Demon or a Hantu, friend. Ghosty, a little firelight blowout.
Come on. Do we have a Chrissy burn yet?
No.
No? I don't think that's a demon.
Unless it's extraordinarily lazy. Oh, that's bullshit. I don't know what it just counted. Burn Cruci. Okay.
Oh, it did. It counted the burn Cruci.
Yeah. Oh, we already had the fire extinguisher. Okay. A ghost noise would be great. Hello? Hello? It's just standing here. Menacingly. Already got that. Son of a bitch. Ghosty wants your bits.
Oh, that's the only Cruci we
Can't have it.
Careful.
It's fine. What's it gonna do? It just double farted on me. Those were literally back to back. All right. We need 2 videos and an escape. That thing's got wheels. Do you hear that? Gonna be honest, it's a little strange, the speed. It's really fast though. Like that's
Yeah, I heard that.
like that's gotta be Hantu, but it sounded the same speed everywhere.
I just heard a thump, 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 and then it never came for you. I actually thought you had died for a minute.
Where's that photo camera at?
Right there. But we have the full ghost. Is it a different ghost?
It's translucent.
Did you take the audio recording? Where's that?
I already got the full audio recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll put that there for a second. Do this over here. Oh, we didn't even need it. Son of a bitch. Translucent, burn, ghost, fire. Doing great, sweetie. You think he's about to get hunted? Yeah, I do. Dude, it's so fast everywhere. The house must just be freezing, dude. It must be freezing. Hey, what up, Bama? Yeah, see how I got a little bit faster in this room? Yeah. There you go. You're doing great. All right, we need one more video. I just heard a throat. What do we need? Translucent, burn, ghost, fire. Yeah, the Hantu speed is based.
I don't think it's a demon. I'm thinking Hantu.
I unfortunately don't need that. Smooch. Wait, do we have motion sensed? Oh my god, we don't. Hold on. Try to do this safely from the goddamn truck. World's longest event. It's this, whatever that event that it does with the holiday event. That's why it's like this. We don't even have a motion sensor yet.
Yeah, but it's not there. He's back in the corner now.
Back in the corner?
Here,
No.
use the first camera, and you might be able to get a hunting ghost.
He's about to hit this motion. Just wait.
Kite him?
It's okay.
Okay. All right. I'll watch.
It's so.
I'm here.
He's about to do it. Watch.
I'm
Here we go.
watching.
Any second now.
Yeah. This is doing great. Yeah.
Damn it. Ay. All right, I'm gonna run back in there. Do you want to get the hunting ghost? I mean, I guess you could just wait for it to run past the motion sensor.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean both. I think the ghost hunt's more valuable. I'm gonna try that first.
Okay. Coming in hot. I'll probably just run upstairs then. Probably the way to go.
Freaking ready.
What do you say? There's hiding right there. Nice.
We're done. We got lights flickering.
I'll take it. Why did it keep sounding like that? What's up, Artie? What the hell? What the hell? It's for you. Enjoy. I'll take it. Sold. Another perfect. Nice. All right, got your ghosty mark down.
Yeah, well, as soon as it was when it was hunting, it just gave us lights flickering.
I'll take it.
So that's what we took. That's
Whatever.
what we got.
Good
Yeah,
enough
hunt
for me.
Yeah, I got hunted.
Let's
Yeah.
go. How's it going, Artie? How are you? Man, bunch of perfect games. When you're playing with other people, it makes it so much easier to get perfect games. My God. Drifter, thank you for the subs, friendo. Thank you. Oh, God, don't do this to me.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Man, when Grafton has snow, it's just cold everywhere, no matter what. This thing was in heaven.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's no escaping the Hantu in that map, even with power on.
Yeah. My goodness. Mr. Chinggis, thank you for having me today, sir.
GG's, good sir. Thank you so much for the freaking games and
of course.
reach out. You know I'm always down, sir.
Of course. I assume you're still
I
trucking.
hope you have a fabulous evening. Oh yeah. I've got a
man.
couple more solos that I'm gonna do. I need to do a super quick AFK to go potty, and then I'll be in it.
Roger that.
All right. Good night, Mr. Flash.
Good night, Mr. Chinggis.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. Archmage, thank you for the gifted. How was Christmas? Christmas was good.
Welcome back. I've got some
Christmas was great. The kiddos got all the things. Got Camp Woodwind and jumped by a Hantu. Yeah, especially if it's snowing. That thing is dangerous. Oh, thank you, friend. Well, we did get to 50, which means we need to do the things. I'm going to end it over on the tube, friends. Thank you, friends. All right, we'll go find someone to raid here in a minute. All right, let me pull up the Advent. This might be the last time we do it. This might be the last one. What is today? 30th? 5 gifted. Ooh, give me a sec. Make sure I mute myself. There we go. Didn't think like that about the Hantu. Yeah, with the Hantu having its speed being based on temperatures, if the whole house is cold, it's going to be fast AF literally everywhere. All right, let me do this. Good night, all. Happy New Year. Thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. There you go. GG's, friends. Whoever won. GG's. There we go. Am I streaming tomorrow? If I do stream tomorrow, it is probably going to be in the middle of the day, and it'll be for like a couple hours. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night because I'll be doing New Year's Eve things with fam. But if I stream during the day, if I stream tomorrow, it'll be during the day. I'll make sure everyone will get notified in Discord and everything. If you guys aren't already in there, I have a Discord to let people know things that are happening. Discord, I've got all the rest of my socials, all the things. If you guys aren't following Mr. Chinggis all the way already, by the way, you better get freaking on it. KP coming to work tomorrow. I don't know how long it would be. It would probably be probably a short stream tomorrow, I presume. Yeah. Help set up for tomorrow. Where there's a bunch of food that's being made. I probably got to go to the store tomorrow. We got to do all kinds of stuff. Yeah. But if I don't talk to you guys before the new year, I hope that you have an amazing freaking new year. If you celebrate, if you don't and you're just going to bed, then your night's going to be great. Phasmo or something else? Probably Phas. Yeah. If it's a short stream, I don't want to get too deep into something and then we have to cut it short. I don't want to do that. Yeah. What was the sub goal for? It was, well, the extended goal was for me to do basically like a Hot One stream. Hot sauce runs. It's kind of inspired by Doc. Yeah. So it's here. Well, I mean, some people here will probably go full out and they'll probably go do all the things. I don't know if anybody's going to Times Square, do any of that jazz. I can't even imagine doing that. That's so hectic. It's so crazy. All right. We are going to raid, friends. If you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, the next one's for you. Creepy tier 3s, that is for you. Let's get out of here. By the time I get done, close shop. Basically, Mrs. Flash will be probably coming home. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't see you guys tomorrow, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you guys. I appreciate you. If I don't stream tomorrow, it was a great year. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you on I guess I'll talk to you on the 2nd. I mean, I'll be in Discord. I'll be around and all that stuff. But there's a good possibility I will be streaming for a couple hours tomorrow. There's a very good possibility. So let's get out of here, friends. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for all the amazing support. Thank you guys for all the follows, hanging out with me, being here, being around the community, helping each other. I appreciate you guys so much. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.